The final home game of the regular season here at the Meridian Centre as the River Lions look to send their fans home with a little bit of optimism as the season slowly starts to wind down. Welcome to the broadcast. Danang Bolsara here. Well, it's just next Monday the season comes to a wrap, and the Eastern Conference playoff look is still up for grabs. Now, last night the Brampton Honey Badgers came off with a big victory, giving themselves a little bit of cushion with a one-game lead on Montreal, Ottawa, and Niagara, who all sit at 9-12. Now today, both of these teams, Ottawa and Niagara, enter this game with two-game losing streaks, looking to break those streaks, and it won't come easy for the River Lions, who are 0-3 against Ottawa this year. But it might not all matter if they get this victory here today and giving themselves a chance to get in the playoffs. With more on that, we got Randy and Joe to break it all down. Fellas, take it away.
The River Lions, number 2.
Thanks very much, T. Hello and welcome courtside inside the Meridian Centre. I'm Randy Urban alongside Joe Razzo. And Joe, as Dee mentioned, both teams coming in on two-game losing streaks. Both teams 9-12 on the season. What intrigues you most about this matchup?
Well, the game is not just about wins and losses here. It's also about point spreads and how you've done head-to-head with other competitions. So this game has added value. And the fact that the matchups, Ottawa's 3-0 against Niagara. Niagara's 4-0 or 3-1 against Brampton. Brampton's 4-0 against Ottawa. It's how you match up, and everybody's a little different. And right now, this year, the athleticism of Ottawa has given Niagara lots of trouble.
As we take a look at the team stats, what stands out for you? Both these teams 9-12. There are three teams tied for two playoff spots. Two of these teams are going to get it.
Yeah, so I think the big thing here is when you look at the numbers of points scored, it's about pace. Ottawa wants to play as fast as they can, get as many shots up as they can, get those numbers as high as they can. Niagara wants to control that pace a little bit and be selective when they run. The other stat to look for, block shots. Ottawa leads the league in block shots, but also Ottawa also leads the league in turnovers.
Okay, Dee is standing by with Coach D.
We still have some unfinished.
Coach, this Ottawa team's had your number over the course of the year. What is your biggest priority, the biggest concerns going in this game?
Our transition defense got to be great. Our defense in general has to be good. They have a lot of guys who can get off. So our focus on knowing our personnel and our transition defense has to be great.
Speaking of defense, Javante Smart on the other side, who's had your number as well. How do you slow him down here today?
Very talented player. He can score in a lot of different ways. We have a game plan for him. Hopefully we can execute it well.
Best of luck today, Coach. Back to you, Randy.
Thanks, Dee. Great stuff. This is going to be a great matchup on a Sunday afternoon. We got to step aside. We got tip-off next. You're watching CEBL Basketball Live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian Goose.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're gonna have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is a trail, this is for real, it's all that I gotta say. I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Sliding away. What a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, Everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back inside the Meridian Centre. Tied in the standings with the same amount of points are the BlackJacks and the River Lions. Today, a win for both of these teams could mean they clinch the third spot of the Lotto Max Eastern Conference standings. We're just moments away from tip-off. And Joe, you picked a few keys to the game for both sides, presented by CDIC. First, for the visiting team, the Ottawa BlackJacks.
They got to control the ball on both ends of the floor. They lead the league in turnovers, so they've got to control it on that end, but they've got to find the ball defensively and stop that first. The House of SWAT, and the reason I say this, they average 6 blocks a game. They've got 3 guys who are averaging over 1.5 blocks a game, and that reputation helps because sometimes, you're looking over your shoulder if the SWAT's coming, and then they got to run and attack. This team is great in primary and in secondary.
Good stuff. Next for the home team, Joe. 3 keys to the game presented by CDIC. What have you got?
Niagara's got to rebound and minimize second chances. It's one of the areas that were the weakest rebounding team in the league, but showed that they can do it. And today they're going to have to do it without Phil Jordan-Chuente. They have to focus for 40. The test for them is focus the complete 40 because they need to control the pace of the game. And then they got to find easy ways to score. And that could be in advantage situations. They've got to be excellent. And also they've got to use the free throw line to their advantage. They've got to get themselves into the penalty.
That's a great point. Who's going to make up the physicality that Jordan-Chuente usually provides on both sides of the basketball? That is going to be key for the Niagara River Lions. All right, just moments before tip-off here at the Meridian Centre. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for the BlackJacks. Kobe Elvis, Javonte Smart, one of the top scorers in this league. Alex Fudge leads the league in blocks. Isaiah Moore, he's been a revelation for Ottawa since coming over. And then Tyrell Tate's been solid. On the other side, the turnaround for the River Lions, spearheaded by Kyle Vinales, playing great basketball. Running mate to Khalil Ahmad. Then there's Nathan Kyle, who was great on Friday night. Elijah Lufile and Keontae Kennedy rounding out the starting 5 for the Niagara River Lions.
Let's hear it for number 23, Keontae Kennedy.
We take a look at some keys to the game here.
So a couple players we want to keep an eye on. If you're looking at two-way players, for Ottawa, it's Matthew Cleveland. This guy's 22 points a game. He's long, he's fluid, he can play the wing, he can guard a post. He's a definite player. Had a really good summer league, and now he's back, and he's coming off the bench. And this guy was the 6th man in the ACC. He's young, he's talented, and I think the sky's the limit for him. I'm really impressed this season with him. And then for Niagara, the one guy that people don't think about talking enough about when they talk about Niagara is Keontae Kennedy. He has been a consistent factor. He is a true two-way guy. 13 points a game. He's Mr. D. He guards the toughest check on the other team, but he's also able to knock down the 3, and they need the 3. He's had a real good season for them. The matchup of these 2 guys is incredible.
Yeah, Keontae Kennedy last game, just 9 points on 3 of 15 shooting. You know when a guard has that kind of night, they're looking for a bounce back, and they're looking for it early.
Yeah, and Niagara needs his scoring. They need his outside shooting. So I'm looking for these 2 guys, not just on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end.
What do you make of Matthew Cleveland not starting since he's been back from Summer League?
I think because they've got such a deep rotation in their imports, that they've decided that they're going to keep their bigs on the floor, maybe that they've got some Canadian bigs coming in that they just feel comfortable with. Sometimes I'm surprised because Matthew Cleveland could start on any team in this league. It's just not a matter of who starts. In his case, it's how he finishes.
Okay, getting set up for tip-off here on a Sunday afternoon in downtown St. Catharines, the Meridian Centre. Our crew chief is Chris Bucella. The other referees, Andrew Yan and Troy Bennett. A game with playoff implications. Both teams tied at 9-12 on the season, tied with the Montreal Alliance, also 9-12.
Randy, let me give some history on some of these guys out here. Tyrell Tate has been a Niagara River Lion killer. He's had his best games against Niagara, and he plays really well in this gym. Javonte Smart had 44 here last year. So these guys are very comfortable being here.
Javonte Smart, 23.5 points per game. He also rebounds, almost 5 rebounds a game, and he distributes it. Almost 7 assists per game, shooting 45%, 39 from 3, and 88 from the free throw line. Those are great numbers. MVP type numbers, Joe.
He's in the conversation. You know, if they can get that second spot, then I think it helps his chances because he's been consistent and very, very solid.
Javonte Smart, 26 points last game. Okay, tip-off presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. Elijah Lufile, Isaiah Moore to jump it up. Moore wins the tip, back to Tate. The offense will be initiated by Javonte Smart. Pass to the corner. 3 ball up and good. Kobe Elvis starts off the scoring for the BlackJacks.
I love the play by Ottawa. Kobe Elvis, the most improved shooter in this league. Last year, you would leave him open. This year, he's just knocking everything down at an over 45% clip.
Speaking of knocking things down, Vinales, kick out. Kayo, the 3 ball. Answer doesn't go. Moore corrals the rebound. Smart tries to drop a pass in on the screen. Ahmad with the steal. Vinales, the 3 ball, long.
Yeah, I don't know about taking that 3 with a 2-on-1. I think he attacks the basket. You got to get yourself on the board early.
3 balls back and forth for both teams. Another miss.
Khalil Ahmad with a steal and a rebound early.
Ahmad trying to go inside, almost picked off by Tate. Tate's a good defender. $3-0 early BlackJacks. Vinales averaging 17 points in his 6 games here for Niagara. The team is 4-2. Good pass inside. Lufile lays it in.
I was saying how good of a shot blocking team Ottawa is. Sometimes if you leave your man too early to block shots, you leave them open for dump off passes or offensive rebounds. So you have to balance that.
Smart finds Moore behind the arc. Moore will step into a 3. He can't hit. Kennedy the rebound in transition now. Ahmad gets a screen. Nice little pass inside. Lufile trying to go and 1. He's fouled by Fudge. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, you were right on there. Nice little pass. Great pocket pass. Ottawa hedge. They got the size. They're big and long. What do? You hit the little bounce pass. Elijah Lufile with a good catch and attack.
When you have scoring-minded guards like Vinales and Ahmad, every time you use that pick and roll, you're coming off being dangerous.
Yes, but you have to read and react. Like, yeah, you're coming off there wanting to shoot it. But if the read is the double's coming or they're showing in that case, then it's how you react is how you're measured. And right there, I thought Khalil Ahmad made the great reaction.
Lufile, free throw up and good. He's 67% on the season. We're all tied at 3. Kobe Elvis over the timeline, working on Ahmad, crisscross. Kick back, Tate steps into the 3. Off the mark, good battle inside from Fudge, but it's Ahmad back the other way for Niagara.
Javonte Smart ran into his own player on that screen and got hit in the face.
All the way to the cup is Ahmad for 2 more. Professional scorer he is.
And part of that was Javonte getting hurt on the offensive end affected his defense.
Going up top, Isaiah Moore can't throw it down. Lufile grabs it back the other way. Swing pass, Kayo's got space. He can't hit. Good battle inside from Lufile, but it's going to be Ottawa basketball.
Yeah, I think it's a good shot by Nathan Kyle, but I think he missed Elijah Lufili sprinting down the middle.
Whenever a big man's running, you have to feed them. Keep them happy, Joe. You know that.
You know that's why God made them bigger and stronger.
Inside, up and good. Javante Smart does it again. Vinales over the timeline. 6 games, I mentioned, 6 starts. Second leading scorer for Niagara. Ahmad's got space. 3-pointer, nothing but the bottom of the net for Khalil Ahmad.
Yeah, and Fudge, a real good long athlete, just can't let Khalil Ahmad get that off that easy.
Elvis finds Smart, gets a screen from Moore. Corner pass, this is Tate. He hits a 3.
And he is dangerous when it comes to shooting in this arena.
Tyrell Tate coming in 39% from 3. Ties the game at 8. Vinales going to his right. Ball is batted out. It's going to be Niagara ball as some changes are coming for both teams. Wilson Dubinsky comes in for Ottawa.
In some of Ottawa's biggest games this year, Wilson Dubinsky has showed up.
It's Gak inside. He can't hit, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, nice little pro action there. We call it a short action. You use the ball screen, you pass to the other post, and it becomes post-to-post read on that. You got to get Gak if you're Niagara to score easy. Those are the baskets Niagara needs to get.
This Eastern Conference game is presented by Lotto Max as Gak makes the free throw. Second one, up and good. He hasn't shot a lot of free throws. He looked good on both of those, Joe.
Yeah, he hasn't shot the ball enough for this team here. Here's a big guy. He just needs to play a little bit stronger with a little bit more urgency and intensity.
Smart over the timeline. Being hounded by Munis Tutu. He's been great defensively since playing these last few games here for Niagara. That's good offense, though.
Yeah, you have to be against Smart. Like, he's going to score, and sometimes you got to tip your hat. That's good defense, but boy, this guy is a professional scorer.
Tutu inside. Gak thinks about it. Steps into a jumper, doesn't go. Fudge corrals the rebound. Ottawa back the other way. Smart trying to get a screen from Fudge. Dubinsky's got space. He can't hit. Off right. Kayo the rebound. Back the other way is Tutu. Oh, nice pocket pass inside, but we've got a foul on the floor, offensive, with this one going against Niagara River Lions.
Yeah, you can't get caught on moving screens. Like that, it's a turnover and it's a foul, so it's a double jeopardy. You've got to be set.
Game tied at 10 as we inch toward the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Javante Smart is going to find Cleveland inside, coming off that Summer League stint with the Utah Jazz. Nice pass inside. Moore, he gets it off the glass. He had 30 last game. This is a guy to watch.
And yeah, the problem is, if you're Niagara, do you leave Tate to help out? So it's a very difficult situation. When Ottawa spaces the floor like this with Cleveland on it, it's very difficult.
Ahmad gets a screen from Kayo. He's got space for 3. Not enough space. Blocked by Javante Smart. He'll go all the way to the cup for 2.
Yeah, great defense by Smart. And it looked like Ahmad there may have just hurt his knee a little bit when he went down.
Javante Smart's got 4 points and 3 assists already in this one as Kayo or Tutu is fouled. (14-10) Ottawa.
So they're calling that foul on Tutu. So there's the block, a great block. Just watch, you can see Khalil Ahmad grab his knee there, and then Smart, defense to offense.
6 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists for Javante Smart. We've got to step aside. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre. 14-10 Ottawa BlackJacks lead the Niagara River Lions. Just to remind you to scan the QR code for your chance to win the ultimate CEBL finals trip courtesy of redtag.ca. You could score round trip flights, a 2-night hotel stay, and courtside seats to the CEBL finals. Visit cebl.ca/redtag for more details.
So we got some substitution. TJ Lal, who has been out for about 6 games now for Niagara, making his comeback.
TJ Lal. Back the other way is Niagara. Tutu inside, trying to wheel his way inside, and he does. Nice bucket with the right hand as Maletic tries to go inside, easily picked off by Gak. Just not pass. That pass just not strong enough, Joe.
Yeah, bad decision. He faked it where he was passing it to it. That never works out.
Tutu finds Vinales, top of the circle. Trying to go right. That's good defense from Dubinsky. Going to reset this time in the corner. Newer scene with 3, and he does it.
The young guy just feels it. Here is a U Sports player, a developmental player from TMU. He has just got crazy confidence when it comes to shooting the ball.
Joe, he doesn't get a lot of attempts, but he's shooting 50% from 3. He is very confident, as you said.
And he's got some length to him.
6'7". Another foul on the floor. This one against Ottawa. Kobe Elvis will check in for Dubinsky. Justin Harmon also into the game for Javonte Smart.
Now the fans got to realize the firepower that's coming off this Ottawa bench. Harmon, Cleveland. The last time you saw Harmon was where?
He was in Utah playing for the Utah Jazz Summer League team in Vegas. Had 21 points in his last game in a Jazz win. Pass is a little bit too long from Vinales. It's going to be Ottawa basketball, 16-15, 3:05 to play, first quarter.
When Ottawa takes their second big off the floor, they're a different team to attack. So you've got to be a little bit more efficient. That better pass there would have got an easy score.
Moore to Harmon. Good steps inside, soft touch for 2.
Ottawa just scoring way too easy on 2-point field goal percentage right now. Just getting everything at the rim.
Vinales, screen, pass is picked off. Moore in transition. Nice pass ahead for Harmon, who lays it in. I love the pass from Isaiah Moore there.
Yeah, good offense to defense. Run with 5. I think Niagara gets themselves in trouble when they try to run Vinales at the point.
Tutu trying to go inside. Pass almost picked off. Lull corrals it. Vinales in the corner. Jab step, triple. Buries it.
Some guys are better receivers than givers. And I would say Kyle Vinales is a receiver. Get the guy the ball.
We talk about professional scorer. This guy is, 34 years old. He's been playing pro a long time, averaging 17 points in his 6 games here for the River Lions.
Yeah, when he's on the court with Muniz Tutu, I just think, it's just too much to ask of him at the point guard because he can't pass to himself.
Elvis over the timeline. Finds Fudge trying to direct traffic. Cleveland trying to get the ball, but that's good defense from TJ Law. More good defense, this time from Kennedy, who's got it in transition. Nice little stutter step, trying to go with the left and can't.
That to me is an example of the threat of the shot blockers. Here's Kennedy had himself a good attack, maybe a dunk at the rim, but he knew who was back there. And then all of a sudden he goes to his offhand, and nice job by Ottawa. So you watch Kennedy here on the ball fake. He does a super job of getting to the rim. But at the end of it, he switches hands. So in that case, Fudge changed the shot.
Fudge dribble handoff with Elvis. He'll step into a three and he hits it.
Last year, Elvis played for Scarborough coming off the bench. And he was the guy that you would leave open. Not this year, folks.
Kobe Elvis, 46% from three on the season. Lull inside, can't handle it. Moore loves to run in transition, going up top, throwing it down, no he doesn't. Malicic three, he's off the mark. Harmon's inside, but we've got a foul on the floor.
Yeah, and the foul was Khalil Ahmad was being held on that play. And there's the foul going the other way. But if you're Niagara, that's a couple long rebounds that you gave up. You can't give up second chances to Ottawa.
Vinales working on Harmon. It's a screen from Lufile. And the defense has just stepped up considerably for Cleveland. Lufile bouncing inside. Nice move with the left. Everything but finish there, Joe.
Okay, so talk about quick feet. Fudge has him coming middle. Lufile gets him up in the air. Fudge double jumps, double bounce, and he blocks the second shot. The only way you get to his shot blocker is get to his body. Lean into a shot blocker so he can extend himself.
I'd like to see Lufile drop that in on Fudge's way down rather than trying to step around him. Jump shot off by Vinales. Cleveland the rebound. 40 seconds to go, first quarter. 23-18 Blackjacks. Cleveland inside. He can't get it to go. Here's Ahmad. Vinales with a head of steam. Cut off. Pass to Lufile as he's falling to the ground this time. Ahmad. Corner pocket three ball. Kennedy can't hit. Final 12 seconds to go. Elvis with 7, 6. Got to get it up. 2 seconds left. Kobe Elvis. Malicic will fire, and he hits it.
And Malicic is a shooter. He's a catch and shoot guy. Clock comes down. What's Niagara doing? Letting them catch it. You've got a guy in jail. You don't let the ball go out. Mental mistake costs them 3.
26-18, the Blackjacks lead the Niagara River Lions. Second quarter action coming up. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Malicic at the buzzer.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From High Rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
You gotta love a Canadian boots. Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre. Ottawa leads 26-18 over the Niagara River Lions after the first quarter. Dee, you've got some juice for us. What do you have?
Yeah, Randy, I was just on the Niagara bench, and Kimball McKenzie pretty calm for the most part, saying, hey, in the half court, we just need to settle down, and we really need to make an emphasis on protecting the ball. But I do want to push the ball. Let's get stops, and let's go. Push the tempo. Back to you guys.
Good stuff, D. Joe, what did you see in that first quarter from Ottawa that allowed them to jump out to this 8-point lead?
I thought some real good decisions on offense. You go 70% from the twos. That's a real good quarter.
Ahmad knifing his way inside. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
And that's what we said earlier, one of the keys to the game for Niagara. You got to find easy ways to score. And because of this length, it's hard sometimes to score at the rim. But Khalil Ahmad getting to the rim or getting to the free throw line is a strength that Niagara has. And it's an area that Ottawa's had some trouble with this year, stopping guards attacking the rim.
Ahmad's free throw up and good. He's 85% on the season, averaging 19 points per game. Struggled a little bit in his return, but he's really picked it up, especially shooting the ball, shooting close to 50% on the field as he makes the second of two. 26-20 now, BlackJacks lead. Elvis over the timeline. He's got Ahmad on him. Gets a screen from Fudge. Tate pops out. Vinales hounding him. Good defense. Kennedy almost had a steal, almost had another steal. Same with Vinales. Comes out to Tate from the corner into three. Up and good. Plus the foul. Elijah Lufile a little too aggressive there on the closeout, Joe.
So almost steal, almost steal, almost steal, 4-point play. And the difference between the almost was guys were running down the floor. Finish the play defensively. If you're Niagara, don't worry about breaking until you've got the ball. So the almost two guys help out, maybe they get the steal. But boy, you make those mistakes in this Ottawa team, and Tyrell Tate, I said he can shoot the ball, but he loves shooting in this gym.
Free throw up and good. He's 88% in 8 games so far for the BlackJacks. 10-point lead, 30-20. Ottawa leads. Kayo. This is where he likes to operate. Nice little jump hook up and good. If he gets it there in that spot, pretty much a guaranteed bucket.
And if he has the right matchup. So if you're Niagara, play to your strength. Play through the best matchups. And Kyle's such a good post-up guy. But here's the other guy, Matthew Cleveland.
It feels like that side's rim is really getting a workout. The ball's going back and forth on the rim every time a three ball goes up. But they're going in, Joe.
And they look like confident shooters.
Absolutely. Kayo, double team comes, kick out. Kennedy, shot fake, dribble drive. Vinales for three. That looked pretty when it left his hand.
Yeah, a little bit of ball movement there, a little bit of probing the middle. If you're Niagara, you got to get some stops.
Fudge kicks it out. Elvis dicing his way, steps up into a jumper and hits it.
Elvis 3 for 3, just playing with a pile of confidence.
35-25. Vinales in the corner for Niagara. Wants to go inside, but he hoists up another three and he lets the bench know that in fact, went down.
I'd let the bench know, but I get back on D first.
Cleveland. Oh, they're going to call a block here on Vinales. Nobody likes it.
Yeah, and I just think, get yourself on defense, get set. I love his energy. I love his excitement. They need his shooting. But you got to get home and get set. There he was trying to take away the middle, and he ended up getting caught with a foul.
35-28. Smart will inbound for Ottawa. Smart breaks free to get it back. Uses a screen, goes inside to Moore. He's fouled.
Yeah, and Niagara's got to know personnel a little better. The thing with teams that use a lot of bench, in this case, Ottawa's only got 10 guys, but they're using a lot of bench. You got to know who your help's coming off of. They're going to give you one guy on the floor. You better know who it is.
All right, New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys now by visiting CEBL.ca. Free throws up and good for more. 37-28, it's a 9-point lead for the BlackJacks. Big time Eastern Conference matchup. Both teams 9-12. Ahmad's three is good. Khalil Ahmad. He's got 14.
And if you're Niagara right now, you need a defensive run. You got to prove that you can stop them.
Nice pass inside, more to Harmon. Hoop and the harm. I like the activity from Isaiah Moore in that pick and roll and trying to set up his guys.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes from the spacing on the floor because Ottawa's knocking down shots, because Ottawa's confident. You see the Niagara guy scared to give the help, and all of a sudden that opens up huge lanes. And you got Matthew Cleveland coming off the bench. Wow.
And Justin Harmon. This is a stacked Ottawa BlackJacks team. They're up by 9. Ahmad gets a screen from Gak. Trying to go inside, kick out pass. Kyle, 3-ball up and good. Nathan Kyle. Smart inside with the right. He answers for 2.
If you can't stop the ball, you can knock down all the threes you want. It's not going to help you. You can't let them dictate the offense, dictate. The defense is supposed to dictate where the offense can go, and right now, that's not happening for Niagara.
Ahmad's pass off a leg and out of bounds. It's going to be Niagara River Lions ball underneath the basket. 6:39 to go, second quarter. Ahmad gets it in the corner. It's a screen, sidestep, 3-ball. Khalil Ahmad starting to heat up, Joe.
And if it wasn't for Ahmad and Vinales' threes right now, this would have been a blowout. Some point, Niagara's got to just find that defense.
Cleveland the answer, doesn't go. Ahmad tracks down another rebound. 5-point lead. Khalil Ahmad's got his team back in it. Got another whistle. Not sure what the call is on that possession, but Niagara will have wholesale changes as Vinales, Lal, and Davis Jr. will check in. AJ Davis getting his first action here with 6:10 to go. The son of Antonio Davis, former Toronto Raptor. Inside Gak, kick out pass. Lal steps into a 3, just long.
And Gak's he's got that size and length. He's got to finish that himself.
Cleveland inside. You gonna count it? Yes, they are. Matthew Cleveland pushing the pace.
There's the difference. Gak gets the ball inside, 6'10", 6'11". He's looking to kick it out for the 3. Matthew Cleveland comes down the middle, looks for contact, and plays through it. So here he comes. You change of pace. You give me a little bit, I'm taking it. And he goes, what contact? I'm going to finish the basket old-fashioned way, and I'm going to get my 3-point play.
Joe, why is there that much space there?
Again, they don't stop the ball. Yeah. You have to stop the ball. All of a sudden, Ottawa guards are going where they want to go. Niagara's got to get back and dictate where they push the ball, and that's not happening.
Lal to Vinales. Gets a screen. Swing pass. 2-2 back to Gak. His little jumper's good. Good ball movement on that possession.
Yeah, and a good finish by Gak. I'm hoping he's listening because I think he was open before that. Niagara's got to find a way to score easy. The threes are great, but you got to use some size and you got to use the guy like Gak.
Smart to Dubinsky. 2-2. 2-2 almost came up with a man-on-man steal there on Dubinsky.
Yeah, 2-2's real tough. Now, what they've done is they got a TJ Lal on Smart just because he's got a little bit more size. Muniz 2-2 is incredibly, sleeper play.
That's Javante Smart getting inside. 47-39, BlackJacks lead going back to 2-2. 2.2 steals per game for Muniz. Vinales wants a screen from Gak. Jumping on the head fake are Ottawa, but great defense to recover is Fudge.
What a steal. Talk about giving it away. Niagara's playing at one speed. Ottawa's playing at a whole different speed.
Smart. Working on Gak. Dribble drive with the left. I mean, you got to provide a little bit more resistance on the ball there if you're Gak. I know you're a 6'11 center, but that was just a complete blow-by.
Yeah, no question. You get caught flat-footed. Right now, Ottawa's just doing what they want. They're the ones that are controlling every part of this game. So here you got the match you don't want. There's the pass, but look at the effort. Look where he comes from. And not only that, Fudge gets the ball and he starts pushing it out with the dribble.
47-39, Ottawa leads the Niagara River Lions. We've got to take a short break. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
redtag.ca.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre. 47-39, Ottawa leads Niagara. Both teams shooting the ball extremely well. Niagara, Joe, shooting 56.5%, but they're giving up 66.7 on the other end. You got to do a better job on defense.
Man, Ottawa's shooting numbers that I would shoot in warm-ups. You know, they're shooting 80% from the twos. They're shooting 50% from the threes, 12 of 15. They are shooting quality shots. Guys are knocking down the shots. And if you're Niagara, you're thinking, okay, at some point you've got to work ahead of time to not give up those shots. But if you don't, this team right now is on a flow.
Javonte Smart makes both free throws, 88% on the season. He's got 12 points right now as a 10-point lead for Ottawa. Kyle in his office. Defense comes. Kicks it out to Vinales. Forces up a jumper off the mark. Dubinsky chases it down. Fudge in transition. Smart, all kinds of space, and he buries another three.
Yeah, and Vinales was down the other end of the court trying to join the debating team with the official. It turns into a 5-on-4 +1. He's the one. You get an open three.
52-39. Javonte Smart with 5 quick points after the last timeout. But again, Joe, it's the defense, just like you said, as Vinales continues to have conversations with the referees.
Man, yeah, like you can miss shots, but you got to get back on defense. That was a 5-on-4. It's like a drill, 5-on-4 +1. And Ottawa moves the basketball, finds the open shooter. I wouldn't let Javonte Smart get going. You'll have no hope if he gets moving.
Well, that's the interesting thing about this Ottawa team, because you look at this roster, they've got a ton of scores, led by Javonte Smart, of course, but Alex Fudge can put the ball in the basket. Isaiah Moore, Matthew Cleveland, Justin Harmon, but they do play unselfish for the amount of talent and skill that they have.
Yeah, I think, they're coming into form and they know their roles right now. Like, this is a team, the bus driver is Javonte Smart. And everybody else has their roles on the team. When you can get a Matthew Cleveland and Justin Harmon to come off the bench, these guys are scorers and starters. But what I like is what the Canadians are now doing for Ottawa. This was a weakness they had early in the season. Kobe Elvis comes out on the court, knocks down 8 points. Tate hasn't missed a shot. They are getting, Miletich gets one opportunity. Dubinsky, whatever you ask him to do, he's doing. It's the Canadian guys that are keeping this thing afloat. Right now, this roster is athletic and playing athletically.
52-39. Lotto Max now gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket now. Must be 18 plus. Second quarter action, under 4 minutes to go. Inside pass from Lull is too far from Kyle. Ottawa basketball.
And again, those are the battles. You got the big inside against the small, and you end up with the turnover for Niagara. Bad possession.
Fudge. Working on Davis Jr. Gives it up to Smart. Smart going to his right. High off the glass. Can't get it to go. 2-2 the rebound. Wide open in the corner is TJ Lull. Halfway down and out as Davis Jr. and Isaiah Moore battle for the rebound. Foul on AJ.
You know, you got to know time and score. You're looking up at the foul shots. It's 5-1. A foul 80 feet away from the basket puts Ottawa on the free throw line. So now you're not playing defense. Now you start making bad decisions. You're going to dig yourself in a hole that you can't get out of if you're Niagara.
Isaiah Moore will step to the line. 69% free throw shooter on the season. First one up and good. Isaiah Moore, as I mentioned, coming off a 30-point game last time out. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, second free throw, bottom of the net. 54-39. Niagara's got to be careful. This one's going to get away from them, Joe.
You know, I've watched Niagara play Friday night. The only thing that's missing is Jordan Chiwente. But man, you talk about the urgency they played Friday night and the urgency that they're playing with today. It's completely different. And today's game is even more important.
Two teams tied in the standings with Montreal in that Eastern Conference. 3 teams for 2 playoff spots. Playoffs start August 6th. AJ Davis, jumper, no good, the lefty.
Yeah, there was no confidence in that attack at all.
Fudge gives it up to Smart. Maletich, he's got 5 early on in this one. Little runner with the right off the rim and out. Another possession. Smart inside. I'm not sure if that was a pass or just tapped out and landed into the hands of Fudge. Nevertheless, 56-39. Ottawa gets another break.
And effort. Effort gets you breaks. You know, they're going to the basket. Guys are in the right spot.
Lull is given some more space. This time he hits it from 15.
If I'm Niagara, I do not go possessions without Khalil Ahmad touching the basketball. And right now, the ball's not seeing him.
Elvis inside to Moore, kicks it out. Maletich, another 3-ball. He's got 8. This kid averages 5.
When things are going well and you got shooters, or you give a shooter confidence, and it could be very dangerous.
Lull inside to Kayo, trying to work on Maletich. Lull gets another bit of space. 3-ball off the mark. Javonte Smart on the run. Pass in the corner, Maletich again. Yes, he does. Marco Maletich, 62-41. Ottawa leads. Timeout, Niagara.
One team shooting themselves out of the game. The other team is shooting themselves into the lead. What a great find. The ball's finding the shooter. And here is Javonte Smart finding the right guy to get the shooter. Maletich, who hasn't missed a shot today, gets it, he finds it, he knocks it down. That's what he does. That's what the scouting report says.
Comes in averaging 5 points per game. He's got 11. The scouting report says shooter.
Yeah, shooter, right-handed, even the closeout. He got to the middle for the little lob because he goes right-handed. It says you got to force him left. It's almost like Niagara's playing without a scouting report right now because this Ottawa team is nuclear.
To be fair, there was a hand in his face on that last one.
Yeah, he didn't see it. All he saw was one big open rim. Right. And he said, everything I'm shooting today is going in. That thing had all the confidence in the world. That Ottawa bench was already up before he touched the ball.
BlackJacks shooting 9 of 15 from 3. 9 for 9 from the free throw line, and 22 of 33 from the field overall. 67%. 147 to go. If they can keep that up for just a little bit longer, Niagara is going to be thinking about the next one pretty soon.
These are globetrotter numbers.
Absolutely. You're averaging 60% from 3. Perfect from the free throw line. Antonio Davis Jr., Khalil Ahmad, TJ Lull, Munis Tutu, and Nathan Kayo for Niagara, trying to get their team back in it, down 21. Check that. Ayub Nuraseen back in the game, and he gets inside, but he's blocked and fouled by Isaiah Moore, who comes over and helps him up.
So Ottawa comes out, shows a little bit of zone, right? Good time to change the defenses on the other team's timeout. Nur Hussein, who's probably been one of the highlights for Niagara today, in that zone, makes the read, gets himself open, and he attacks the basket.
Okay, coming up at the half, CEBL feature on Justin Harmon, the competitor's journey. D will interview BlackJacks head coach Justin Mazzulla, the first half stats, and a look at Joe's player to watch. Nuraseen's free throw off the mark, but Kaio corrals the rebound. They get it to Vinales. Working on Malicic. Step back three is short. Good rebound from Isaiah Moore.
When the ball doesn't move, you're easier to guard. When the ball moves, like in Ottawa's case, then it's harder to guard.
Harmon to Malicic. He's got some more space, thought about it. Finds Cleveland in the corner. Forces up a tough jumper. Good defense from Niagara. They're going to push it. Vinales, cross-court pass to Kaio. Ahmad will settle things down here. Nuraseen, drive, kick out. Kennedy inside. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
So the kick out creates the closeout, and the closeouts gives you an opportunity to attack. The ball moves, it's harder to guard. That's one of the few times Niagara has used a long pass, in this case, to create the closeout and give themselves a driving lane.
Deontay Kennedy at the line, in and out. Kennedy 66% from the free throw line on the season. Second free throw is good. Under a minute to play in the second quarter. Harmon over the timeline. Wide open underneath is Cleveland. Where's the defense?
Niagara goes to a 2-2-1, changes defense to a 2-3 zone. The back end of the zone, you got a high flyer and nobody picks him up.
64-42 with 28 seconds to go, and Ottawa all over the basketball on the defensive side as well.
At some point, the defensive side is just mano a mano. You just got to compete, and right now, Niagara just has given no competition up at all.
Vinales trying to go one-on-one, finds Kennedy. Knifes his way inside. The right hand doesn't go. Nuraseen can't hit. And that's going to be off Niagara. They had a chance, Joe. Two chances.
Again, the threat of the shot blockers. You see, nobody's going up for the dunks. These are dunks. I think you got at least to attack the rim. Doesn't look like they're attacking the rim.
Cleveland, 3 to play in the half. 3 doesn't go. Rebound, Corral. Kennedy at the buzzer. Wide left. 64-42. The Ottawa BlackJacks lead the Niagara River Lions. Just a clinic on offense and defense in that second quarter for Ottawa, Joe.
Yeah, what a great half for Ottawa. If you're not ready for this team, they're going to play athletically, and then when they do, you've got to find a way to slow them down. They are on a run right now, and they don't even want halftime to start. They just want to keep on playing.
22-point lead. Niagara is going to think it over and try to bounce back in the third quarter. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Oh, D, standing by. Sorry, D. Go ahead, D. You're with Marco.
It's all good. We're here patiently waiting. Marco, 24 bench points. You're responsible for 11 of them, 4 rebounds as well. What allowed you to be so effective in that first half?
Just trusting my teammates, all of us have trust in each other. We preach it all the time. Before the game, coach said, trust your teammates, make the extra pass, and, I got the better hand of it today. So, just credit to my teammates for finding me, and I got to make more open shots.
What do you hope to continue to do in the second half to win this basketball game?
Well, we're red hot right now, so hopefully keep up the shooting percentages. But, getting stops, that's what we pride ourselves in. So if we keep getting stops, pushing it out, we think we can blow it out the game.
You're a big part of that. Best of luck in the second half. Now we're going to throw it to commercial break. Thanks for watching on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CBL Plus.
To have the opportunity to be here today and drive the 54 for an entire I would say I'm a competitor, can shoot the three, get downhill, mix him up, do anything, really.
Gallo puts it home.
He is unstoppable.
Harmon, he drives left all the way. High over the outstretched arm of Vediaco.
My name is Justin Harmon. I play point guard, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Being from Chicago, it's really fun. I mean, it's a great city, really tough, real cutthroat. It was really hard, like playing sports, like growing up, because everybody wanted to make it and everybody wanted to be the guy, but everybody didn't go down the same path. So some people veered away from basketball, some people stayed with the course, but luckily I did. When I was like 3 years old, I had just got my first Michael Jordan jersey, and I had a Jordan headband, and I had a big basketball party at my church, because my church had a basketball gym, and I just remember playing fives like 2 feet tall, like going full court playing fives, and that's probably the first thing I remember. I knew I was gonna be good at something. Like, I played baseball growing up. I really loved baseball, but my dad made me pick a sport around like 5th grade, and I had to stop playing baseball, and I just stuck with basketball. But I was really playing those 2 sports growing up, and I really loved both, but I decided to go the basketball route. Well, my dad made me, he forced me to bowl when I was younger, so I feel like that was a good extracurricular activity that I had. And I turned out to be actually pretty good at it. It would get really competitive, but I really wouldn't compete with my dad because he was just like too good, and I don't like losing, so I don't like when people talk stuff to me, because I like to talk crap, but it doesn't feel good when I lose to my dad, because I don't like losing to family.
You and your family are pretty competitive?
Yes, and anything. Everything, actually.
Porter strong. Sloppy pass from Mulder, picked off.
Are there any skills that you transfer over from baseball onto the court?
I'd probably say like my steals, like ball watching, like being good at like knowing where the defense gonna be at, and like reading plays on defense really well. My IQ will probably be a little bit better. I really had a great conversation with Justin before we came out here. I just felt like it was gonna be a great opportunity to bring winning to Ottawa and just win games and have fun. I would say I'm a competitor, can shoot the three, get downhill, mix him up, do anything, really. I'm really a 3-level scorer, but I would say just a big competitor and want to win every game.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre. 64-42, the Ottawa BlackJacks lead the Niagara River Lions in an Eastern Conference showdown with playoff implications on the line, Joe. And I got to ask you this, if you're Niagara, how do you stop a team that's athletic, deep, and can shoot?
Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to be physical. Like, physical play will slow them down. And you can be physical before they get the ball. Like, Javonte Smart is just getting the ball way, way too early. The second part of it is you got to make them think, because sometimes thinking will slow you down. Change defense up, change coverages up a little bit. Figure out how you're going to just do little subtle changes. But you can't just go back and do what you're doing, because you know what? It's not working, Randy.
42 points for the offense for Niagara. Not great, but did you like some of the action that they did get?
I think 42 points for Niagara is absolutely fine. The way they want to play defense, or what their roster suggests how they play defense. So I think the whole part of it to me is the other points, 64, but it's not just 64. It's 64, and it just built confidence, and it was snowball effect. It was a real easy coming 64. And if you're Niagara and you've just held a Scarborough team to 80, you got to play better basketball than that.
Khalil Ahmad with 13 leading the way, but he is a minus 21. Kyle Vinales, he's got 9. Those are your leading scorers for the Niagara River Lions. And when we talk about Ottawa, Joe, what's the difference that you're seeing from this team from the beginning of the season to now?
Well, I thought their imports were off the chart good, and Javonte Smart is just sensational. But the play of their Canadians was the concern. Early in the season, their Canadians were averaging around 15, 16 points a game. This half, they've got 27 at half, and that just makes them very, very dangerous. So I think they've evolved offensively, but I think the play of their Canadians, and Kobe Elvis being the main new guy and Tyrell Tate back, is the key.
Javonte Smart had 15. Matthew Cleveland with 11 off the bench, and Marko Milicic, he had 11. He comes in averaging 5. As we take a look at the halftime stats, 63% from the field. If you keep that up, this game's over.
63, 56 from the threes. That's telling me that the right guy's taking the shot in the right situation. The ball is dictating the offense, not the shot dictating the offense. The free throws are getting to the rim. The assists, it means the ball's moving. And then the rebounds, they're doing a better job. That was a complete domination.
17 assists, 10 assists for Niagara. I just love the way Cleveland shares the ball, especially when they have all guys that can score.
And it's when they got that group off. When you bring Harmon and Cleveland off the bench, and all of a sudden, like, the ball's moving, you bring in absolute great scorers. If this team can just play a little better defense, Ottawa, they're going to make some noise.
Well, they've been making noise in the first half as they opened up a 22-point lead, 64-42. We're going to have an interview with Justin Mazzulla with D on the other side of the half. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
High-octane fun for the whole family. Motorsports events line up all summer long. Everything from drag racing, drifting, and everything in between. Test your skills on our private track with your own vehicle, or try out our powerful F2000s. We're just 90 minutes from Toronto and the Niagara region. Go to our website for upcoming event info. Toronto Motorsports Parking Unit is a proud sponsor of Niagara River Lions basketball.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
BottleMax now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? LottoMax has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre, 64-42. The Ottawa BlackJacks lead the Niagara River Lions. Randy Urban alongside Joe Razzle. And Joe, let's look back at your players to watch. How'd they do in the first half, starting with Matthew Cleveland?
Well, I thought coming off the bench, Matthew Cleveland just excelled what they were doing. He attacked the basket. He knocks down the three. He's a player. He'll do what he has to take. He'll play some defense. He cuts to the basket because that's what the read was. He's done a super job of assists, getting to the ball, but his attacks right through it in transition makes him incredibly dangerous. This bench for Ottawa has been led by him, but they've done an outstanding job.
On the other side, Keontae Kennedy, what have you liked from him?
Well, Keontae Kennedy is so important to Niagara. He's their best defensive player, and I think he's taken a lot of good shots. They just haven't gone down for him. I think he needs to get himself just a little bit more confident. He's capable of having a big half. They need a big half from him, and I think he's like the way he's played this year, I think it'll come.
Okay, D is ready with Coach Justin Mazzulla. Go, D.
Coach, a lot to like about that first half. Let's start offensively. Why were you guys able to be so effective?
Our guys are playing together. We're attacking the paint and sharing the basketball.
Defensively, what do you want to continue to see your guys do?
Be connected, really. Just in the pick and roll coverage, our defense needs to be in, to be out, sense of urgency on closeouts, and our connectivity on our closeouts to peel switches, to reconnect it to the bodies and finding shooters.
Best of luck in the second half, Coach. Back to you guys.
Good stuff, D. Thanks very much for that. As we get you set up here for the second half. It's time for our Red Tag Path to the Playoffs update. Here's how the standings shape up right now. Eastern Conference presented by Lotto Max. Western Conference presented by Cal Tire. In the East, Scarborough running away with it, and then you've just got a log jam there, Joe.
Yeah, Scarborough, running away with, they've got the pennant. They've got the league pennant, so they've just had an outstanding historic season. But the logjam, Brampton getting a great win in Winnipeg last night. This Ottawa team, after losing in Montreal 2 nights ago, get on the bus and give you that performance. So everybody here's got a chance at second place still, and that's the key. One of these teams not making the playoffs, but one of them is going to host the game.
And in the West, presented by Cal Tire, the first game I did this season, Calgary had 1 win. They've got 7. What's been key to their turnaround? They could still make the playoffs.
I think Coach DeVero's laid his stamp on the team. I think they've changed personnel. They've changed some roles. They've changed the way they play a little bit, and I think that's really helped, and that's got them confident. They got a big game this afternoon or this evening in Edmonton, so they can make some noise and get themselves in the playoff hunt. But the Sea Bears yesterday lost a great opportunity, to host through. Now the Sea Bears need a little bit of help, and then they got to go into Vancouver next Saturday and take care of business.
All right, not taking into account record, who's the best team right there on that list?
Man, I tell you, I think Vancouver's playing the hardest right now and playing the smartest, but Saskatchewan Mamba might be the team on that list that surprises me. I just think they've done the most with what they've got, and going from 0-5 or 0-4 early in the season to where they are now, they've made the biggest stride. So, a lot to be excited about, and I think there's going to be a lot of entertaining coming to the playoffs and then in the playoffs.
Even if you're Niagara, you have to be excited with the turnaround that they've had. They were 5-10 on the season. They were sputtering. They'd lost 5 straight games. And then all of a sudden, Calvin Yellis checked in, and they've gone 4-2 since. They've lost 2 in a row, but they won 4 straight prior to that. As we are underway here in the third quarter, 22-point lead for Ottawa, but they turn it over. Ahmad back the other way for Niagara. Vinales. He's got Kennedy in the corner. Kayo now with the right. Good defense from Fudge. Fudge causing all kinds of problems inside for Niagara, but Elijah Lufile stays with it, puts it home for 2.
And that's a steal and 2 offensive rebounds. That's something we didn't get in the first half with Niagara. Something to hang your hat on if you're the River Lions.
Something you keep talking about during this game is the defensive presence down there around the net for Cleveland, and you can see it when Niagara's attacking. They are concerned about what's down there defensively.
Yeah, like sometimes reputation doesn't mean much, but when the people know that you're going to block everything and anything, they kind of have it in the back of their mind. And there's not a lot of real big, strong bigs that are going to score above the rim here at Niagara.
Javonte Smart steps up and makes the free throw. Eastern Conference game is presented by Lotto Max. Free throw up and good. Vinales initiates the offense for Niagara. Kennedy coming around a screen. Here comes Ahmad. He gets it. He's got some space. Probes inside. Kick out. Kayo, the 3 ball off the mark. Cleared by Smart.
And that's a good shot. They just got to start knocking those down like Ottawa did.
Cross court pass. This is Fudge inside. He's cut off by Kayo. The defense comes. Tate for 3. He hits another. Tyrell Tate, 69-44. Ottawa leads.
The ball moved, and you find that it'll find the shooter. Great skip, great closeout. If you're Niagara, risk and reward, you got to make sure you know who you're guarding and where you're coming from.
Lufile with his back to the basket trying to kick it out. It's cut off. It's going to be Niagara basketball as the lead is ballooned now to 25.
So you watch Ottawa. They do a nice job. If you've got the matchup inside, they're going to send a big. And they're going to usually send the big who's guarding the weakest shooter on the floor.
Kayo trying to go inside. Wanted to kick it out to Vinales, but he hit the lady in the first row instead.
Nathan Kyle had a tough game in Ottawa. One of the few times in his career in the CEBL he went scoreless. So they need Nathan Kyle for this team to move forward.
Tate going upstairs, more inside, but he's blocked. But he's fouled by Lufile.
If I'm going to stop Ottawa, it's going to be on the ground. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be physical. I'm not going to let them get in the air. But if you allow them to go to an air attack and throw it up, no matter how good your athletes are, their athletes can get a little higher.
You have to get into your stance and just guard the guy with the ball. Provide some resistance.
You can't let that guy get off his feet. You can't challenge up in the air. You got to be there. It's got to be physical.
First one up and good for Isaiah Moore, averaging 69% from the free throw line. 71-44, the lead now 27 here.
The addition of Isaiah Moore has really changed what Ottawa's been doing this season.
Nice little show defensively, forces into a tough jumper from Kennedy, but Lufile corrals the rebound. He kicks it out. Kennedy steps into a 3, book it.
Yeah, nice kick out. Nice work by Elijah Lufile. That's his 3rd offensive rebound this half.
Smart trying to answer, going with his left, up and good. Javonte Smart does that all night long if you let him.
And you need a little bit more resistance on him there.
Khalil Ahmad is fouled on a 3. Will they say that's on the ground, or is that? No, they're going to say 3 free throws there as he got Javonte Smart to bite.
So right now.
All right, don't forget, secure your River Lions merch now, including retro headwear and the Everyday I'm Dunkin' tee by visiting shop.riverlions.ca.
Randy, we're looking at a 26-point game here. So you got a full quarter here ahead of you. Niagara's got to knock down these shots, and they've got to make their mark. You got to start chipping away. You got to create a situation at least where Ottawa calls the first timeout in this third quarter.
Well, you've got the right man at the free throw line to do it. Khalil Ahmad, first two are up and good. Leading scorer for Niagara makes all three. All of a sudden it's 23. If you can just get this to 15, 14, maybe 13, you start thinking about things a little differently. Maybe you pick up your defensive intensity.
Yeah, win the first timeout.
Right.
Like win the small battles. And what you can't do if you're Niagara, you can't foul. Ottawa in the first half, 0 free throw attempts in the first quarter, 9 for 9 in the second quarter. Why? Because they were getting fouled.
Ottawa to inbound, Tate. Smart's got a little bit of space and he makes no mistake. Javonte Smart can shoot it. Joe, he didn't have much room there.
No, he's a great shooter. This guy, he's an incredible player, and you're just letting him do what he wants to do.
He had 6 threes last game as Elijah Lufile battling inside for 2 more. That was just Smart's second 3 of the game. He had 6, as I mentioned last time out. Moore inside, cross court pass wide open for 3.
Yeah, great execution by Calgary there. Dubinsky with a great back screen, opening up an open shot.
Kennedy in the corner, he hits another. 76-55 is Keontae Kennedy trying to get his team fired up.
All runs start with defensive stops if you're Niagara. If you're Ottawa, just keep attacking.
Cleveland working on Kyle, kick out. Dubinsky's 3 off the mark, another stop for Niagara. Vinales back the other way. Gets a screen, wide open. Kennedy, does he have another? Yes, he does. Keontae Kennedy forcing that timeout you talked about, Joe.
And that's the first battle. That's the first part. You find a little bit of confidence in it. But what happened? The basketball moved, and the basketball found Keontae Kennedy.
76-58. We've got ourselves a whole new ball game here from the Meridian Centre. We've got more third quarter action right after this short break. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From High Rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
'76-58, the Ottawa BlackJacks lead the Niagara River Lions, but what a run Niagara went on in that third quarter. What changed for them?
I think the one thing is they have to play with a little bit more pride. This was a special night, fan appreciation night. Elijah Lufile, 0 rebounds in the first half, 4 offensive rebounds already in less than 5 minutes. Someone's got the message, and I think what's happening is it's contagious when teams play like that. So if you're Niagara, you did it, now you got to keep the recipe going.
And it certainly doesn't help to make a couple threes, too. Keontae Kennedy with back-to-back threes. He's got 10 as well. Javonte Smart will initiate the offense for Ottawa. Cleveland inside. That is just tough to stop, Joe. That's a grown man move. That's an NBA move right there.
And you let him get to his strong hand. You got to do a little bit more because sometimes you have to just stop guys on your own.
Right. Niagara trying to answer. Kennedy Steps into another three. This one is short. Rebound corralled by Kayo. Shot clock didn't reset.
It was an air ball, so it shouldn't have reset. So good catch by the official. They're at 9 seconds.
Right. And he just gave you the thumbs up, the official did, Joe. So I don't know if he could hear you or he just sensed that you were giving him a compliment. Well, but I liked everything about
more,
that.
In my career, there's been more thumbs up coming my way than me going that way. I'll tell you that.
Ahmad, a three, and he hits it. 78-61. River Lions starting to catch fire here in the third quarter. 5:05 to play. Moore working with Smart. Moore gets it back. That's good defense from Kayo, but Moore initiating that contact down low, and they've done that all game long, and it's worked.
So one of the ways to stop real good, solid offense, if you're outmanned in some cases, it starts with pressure on the ball. If you can make the pass more difficult, then it wrecks the timing. Right now, the first pass seems to be very easy. Javonte Smart's got size, he's got length, he's finding that scroll. Niagara's committing 2 guys to him, but they're not committing the guys into his face. They're not into his space. First play of the game they did, but up to this point, he's finding the roller way too easy.
Which is surprising because if you don't commit like that, he can just make you pay offensively as well. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
so you have to put pressure on the passer, not just the receiver.
79-61, under 5 to play here, third quarter. Vinales, he's been quiet the last little while. Let's see if he can get going. Probing inside, Kennedy in the corner. Tries to drop it for Lufile, and he tries to finish and can't. Grabs his own rebound. Kicks it out to the corner. This is Kayo. Ahmad. Kennedy. Vinales. Shot clock at 5. A lot of guys had an open look. I'm not sure that's the shot they wanted there in that possession.
Again, Elijah Lufile inside. What's he looking for? He's looking for Isaiah Moore over his shoulder.
Malatic, who had 11 in that first half, running jumper is good. Marko Malatic tripling his season high. He's got 13.
And he did it against Nathan Kayo there and just did it with a pile of confidence. Here's a guy not known for knocking down a lot of twos, and he just took that thing and was confident as can be.
Gorjak Gak and Munis Tutu will check in for Niagara. Lufile and Vinales will take a seat. On the other side, Justin Harmon is in, as is Kobe Elvis. Fudge in the game as Isaiah Moore will sit down, Ahmad trying to continue this strong third quarter. Kayo does another 3-ball, and it's been working for them from the land beyond, Joe, in this third quarter.
Nathan Kayo now's got to take that offense right there and bring it on the defensive side and get himself going.
81-64, 3.5 to go. Steal from Tutu. Nice little pass, another nice pass. Kayo inside, 2+1. Yes, he did. 81-64.
Yeah, let's give credit to Munis Tutu. He comes off the ball, he comes off of his man and gets the steal and then advances it here. And then some nice passing and a great strong finish. Get the jumper, get the shot blocker up in the air, and then go through him.
Well, I thought Kennedy had enough space to finish, but great presence of mind to pass it to Kayo, who gets the extra point on the free throw there. Now it's a 14-point game. We talked about it. Get it to 15, get it to 12. All of a sudden, the defense is picked up considerably here for Niagara as well. Crowd starting to get into it. Fudge working on Gak. Nice pass inside. Harmon, he can't get it to go. They're going to call a block, I thought. Tutu was there in time, but he must have been moving just slightly there.
Yeah, either he's moving, it could maybe a foot's inside the circle. You know, we're looking at situations. Maybe he set himself up after the player left the ground. But that's a big call because that's one of those calls that the defense gets you another turnover.
This was a 27-point lead for Ottawa. It's now 15 as Matthew Cleveland makes the first.
Ottawa shoots the free throw as a team over 77%. You can't give them freebies. This team doesn't waste free throw shots.
Both up and good. The lead is now 16. Cleveland with 2 more. Another foul on the floor, this time against Ottawa. It's going to go against Wilson Dubinsky.
Yes, but that was physical play by Dubinsky. He went after Gak and he said, I'm going through you, I'm getting around you, and he made sure, he treated Gak like he didn't exist.
Ahmad. Double team comes. The relief is Kayo. Steps into a 3. Off the mark. Good fight from Niagara to corral another offensive rebound. That was Kennedy. Tutu knifing inside. That's going to be a tough shot. Another battle inside. That's Gak, and it leads to another possession. Munis Tutu, but on the work of Gak inside, keeping another possession alive.
And Tutu with the long rebounds, right? The basketball gods took care of the guys who put in the work.
83-69, Cleveland finds a screen from Moore. Working on Gak, going to his right, another foul on the floor, and Gak's just got to do a better job moving the puppies.
Yeah, I talk time and score, and I just think that you have to do a job of teaching it. Having a foul there is one thing. Having a foul when you're in the penalty there is a complete different thing. Risk and reward. That line is a great weapon if you're Ottawa. If you're Niagara, you have to protect that free throw line, so you have to do a better job.
First free throw, up and good. Get your exclusive BlackJacks merch now, including the limited edition What the Fudge and the Capital t-shirts by visiting blackjacks.ca/shop and rep Ottawa's team during the playoff push. 85-69 BlackJacks lead, making a case to move up in the Eastern Conference standings here. As we mentioned off the top, both teams 9-12 on the season, both teams riding 2-game losing streaks. Lufilier inside, he's wrapped up by Moore. He'll go to the line shooting 2, down by 16.
So that's going to be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike because there was a no attempt on the ball. And one of the reasons what Lufilier did there that he wasn't doing earlier is he wasn't looking around. He caught and he went straight up. And he got up before Isaiah Moore could block it, and then Isaiah Moore came in with 2 hands.
I don't think there was any ill intent from Isaiah Moore on that play. He just didn't want to allow any sort of attempt at the rim. But yes, you're right. He didn't make an attempt on the balls. Lufilier makes the first.
But I just think the fact that one of the ways you got the shot blocker, sometimes you can't let them get set. You got to attack the rim. And I think that was one of the few times that Elijah Lufilier caught the ball and went straight to the rim on a nice little cross set.
Lufilier makes them both. Just 67% from the line on the season. Cutting the lead to 14. Ahmad was open for a split second there on the cut. Vinales back in the game. Fires a pass across to Kayo. He's got some space for a 3, and he hits another. Nathan Kayo does it again, 85-74.
Niagara doing a better job of moving the basketball than moving the defense. Niagara looks like Ottawa did in the first half.
Big time third quarter effort for Niagara. The crowd is fired up. Harmon steps into a 3. Good rebound there from Tutu as he pushes the pace.
Nice job by Vinales controlling the ball.
Ooh, Vinales wanted it. Still wants it. He gets it. Trying to go inside to Kayo, and he does. Missoula wanted a ball out of bounds as Tutu finds the open space and buries the jumper.
Niagara almost had a turnover there. Kyle's got to change his angle to the passer. You got to be visible to the passer. Make their life easy.
From 27 down to now 9 down, under a minute to play in the third quarter. The defense is everything. They're everywhere here, Joe.
It all starts with pressure on the basketball.
Something they weren't doing at the beginning of the game.
Nobody likes it when somebody gets in their space. We don't like close talkers. And on basketball, we don't like that guy who's in your personal space taking away that space. And that's what Niagara's done. They've turned up that urgency, and they've started playing the ball.
Dubinsky going upstairs. Fudge bringing it back down. What a play for Ottawa.
Yeah, and a miscommunication. Nice set by Ottawa. Niagara gets caught not talking it through.
Oh, there's going to be another foul on the floor. This time against Fudge. Ottawa doesn't like it. Coach Missoula doesn't like it as the BlackJacks starting to huddle up here, feeling this game kind of slip away from them.
And I'll tell you why Coach Missoula doesn't like it, because he knows that they're in the penalty. He knows that you've got a non-shooter from that distance, and it's just a bad foul. So risk and reward. It changes as the score changes, as the fouls change on the board.
Nathan Kyle, first free throw up and good. 13 of 17 is Niagara from the charity stripe so far in this game. Meanwhile, Ottawa, they've only missed once. They're 18 of 19. Second free throw makes it a 9-point game as Newerstein will check in for Lufile. A little more length and athleticism defensively here.
So 40 seconds. If you're Ottawa, do you run it through or do you go for 2 for 1?
I think you go for 2 for 1. Harmon finds Elvis. He's got all kinds of space. Elects for the runner instead, and it leads to a Vinales fast break. The steps up and good, 87-80. Not a great possession for Ottawa.
And you could just sense the Ottawa players weren't shooting the ball with the confidence. Kobe Elvis there got caught with a Menza, half shot, half layup. So
final 6 seconds, Cleveland working on the rookie, steps into a three, and that one went halfway down. Kennedy at the buzzer, no good, but you couldn't have asked for a better third quarter from the Niagara River Lions. They were down by 27 in this game. It's now 87-80, Joe.
And so if you're Niagara, the one thing that you got to talk about is, okay, we can't hang our hat on the third quarter. But now you're saying we need a fourth quarter to better that third quarter.
You're watching CBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre. 87-80 now is the score. Ottawa leads. They were up by 22 at half. Joe, that lead ballooned to 27. It's now 7. What happened?
Well, I think you give Niagara credit. They started playing harder and they started playing. And then all of a sudden they put a team like Ottawa in a situation where you're playing not to lose. And all of a sudden you're that mentality that was there in the first half isn't there in the second half. And before you know it, you're giving up a couple of runs.
I thought what was key offensively for Niagara was seeing a few of those threes go down, especially from Keontae Kennedy. That really just ignited that run there in that third quarter.
Yeah, he was scoreless at halftime, and we thought that they were quality shots, and again, he stayed with it. And I think knocking that down fueled their defense. But with your Niagara, you got a long ways to go still.
Kennedy with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists so far in this game as Ahmad finds Kennedy back inside to Kyle. Great pass dump inside. Nursing can't get it to go. He's going to want that one back.
Yeah, he needs to take that to the rim and just dunk it. Nice set play. Nice start of the quarter.
Javonte Smart answers, and this is what happens when you go against a veteran like Smart. You miss on the other side, he makes you pay on the other end.
So we talk about Ottawa plays some good defense, comes down, they get Smart with an and one situation.
Joe, just going back to that last possession for Niagara, it's been a couple of times now where they've had someone wide open underneath the basket. What action are they getting there that's being so effective?
So that's the second defender is coming to the ball. And the player that he's guarding is going underneath, being visible to the ball now to the passer. So you just go post-to-post action that you work on. But in that case, the threat of the shot blocker affected his choice of shots.
Smart's free throw up and good. 10-point lead for Ottawa. Khalil Ahmad working on Kobe Elvis. Gets a screen from Kennedy. And now from Gak, splits it. Corner. Pass was just too high for a 6'7" Ayub Nursing.
Yeah, but at the same time as the receiver there, you can't just hold your feet. You got to move and be visible to the passer. He steps up a little bit. It's an easier pass. One turnover in the third quarter for Niagara.
Javonte Smart brings it over the timeline. Drives right. Tries to go inside, down low to Isaiah Moore. Picked off. Back the other way of the River Lions. 2-2. Kick out. Ahmad, all kinds of space. And he hits it. Khalil Ahmad, another three ball.
Easiest three-point shot to make is an inside-out pass. 2-2 does it in transition, gets inside and looks for the shooter.
Cleveland trying to answer on the other side. Gets a screen from Moore. Steps into a three. He can't hit. Kyle the rebound. Ahmad finds a double. Nice pass inside to Gak. He's tied up by Tate, and they're going to call a foul on the floor.
Yeah, that was a great pass. That was Josh Allen throwing it down there. He just got it. Gak had no chance because if that ball hit him in the kisser, he was going to lose a few teeth. What a nice looking pass. Gak gets it. Foul comes.
Great awareness from Ahmad, seeing the defense to get rid of it quickly.
I always thought throwing the ball at someone's face is a good idea because there's an incentive to catch it.
For most. First free throw doesn't go. Second one does. 6-point lead. BlackJacks over the River Lions. Plenty of time here. I keep saying this. This was 27-point lead. It's now 6. Matthew Cleveland, fresh off a stint at Summer League for the NBA, all the way to the cup with the right hand.
Yeah, Matthew Cleveland has just taken Nathan Kyle in those situations. Kyle's got to have a plan. He's got to decide how I'm going to stop it on a guy, and Kyle needs to stop him on his own.
Ahmad gets Elvis to bite. Can't hit the three, but that's Gak inside. It's going to be off Smart.
Gak has to give them something, and right now he's giving them a little bit. They need that size.
Creates this extra possession as Kyle finds Tutu. Kyle spinning inside. Kennedy, shot clock at 3. Running jumper off the mark. Ottawa the rebound. Tate, good pass inside. Cleveland, does he have 2 more? I like the defense from Gak, but I think Cleveland was just a little bit too worried for no reason there. As Kennedy wheeling inside, trying to get one to go, and he can't, but that's Isaiah Moore who touches it well, standing out of bounds. It's going to be Niagara basketball.
Yeah, and good attempt by Kennedy. Niagara just needed the other couple guys to run down there with them.
Baseline out of bounds. They get it to Kayo in his wheelhouse. Kick out. Kennedy for 3. All kinds of the rim, and Gak working inside. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 more.
So what happened there? The kick out forced Isaiah Moore to go out and contest the shot. Now Isaiah Moore's on the perimeter. The rebound goes up. There's nobody who's got the physical size that Gak has. He gets himself an offensive rebound.
6'11" center from Sydney, Australia. Just 6 games. This is his 7th free throw, up and good. Gak with 5 points, comes in averaging just under 4. Second free throw, in and out. Tutu can't come down with it. Back the other way, this is Cleveland once again. Kick out. Javonte Smart buries it.
Yeah, again, they run with 5, and what do? The Cleveland Smart player knows to find Smart in a nice, easy step in.
4-point swing, miss a free throw, back the other way. Can't get back in time in transition to contest that 3 ball. Gak working on Moore, left hand up and good. I like that play from Gorgak Gak.
They need more of it. He's something that they don't have on the bench. So Gak, anything that he can give them easy scores like that, it's huge for Niagara.
3 ball off the mark. Tutu, the rebound. Great pass ahead for Ahmad. Clearance inside. 2 more for Niagara. 95-89, 6.5 to go.
Niagara doing a good job of limiting Ottawa to 1 and done.
It's okay to say Carleton when you're thinking about Ottawa. They're in everybody's head. Smart. Inside, kick out, 3 ball, off the mark. Moore battles inside. And Gak got a handle on that, and it led to another turnover. Tutu inside. Does he have 2? No, he doesn't, but Kyle, the offensive rebound, trying to kick it out, and he does. Kennedy thought about it. So did Tutu. This time, Kyle for 3. He can't hit. Gak can't bring down the rebound. Back the other way. This is Smart, and he's fouled in transition.
Well, and that's a good foul in transition there.
95-89, BlackJacks lead this high-scoring affair as we inch closer to target time score. Timeout, Niagara. How do they get over the hump here, Joe?
I think you do exactly what you're doing. Ottawa's been very good coming out after timeouts. And I think they've held the margin against Niagara there. So Niagara's got to win this first possession here. And then it's a matter of moving the basketball and let the ball come to you. You saw 3 guys had 3 potential shots, and eventually they passed it 1 more, and then Kyle with the last one. So if you're Niagara, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up easy scores. Don't make up mistakes. You don't have to gamble. Like, straight up play hard, play smart. To me, the key has been the Ottawa, their substitution pattern on it. Ottawa's been really tough inside when they play with the 2 bigs. But when you play with the 2 bigs, it means that you got to sit Harmon or Cleveland. So right now, you've got to choose how you want to finish this game. And this next 140 or 140 plus is really important going into target score time.
All right, the BlackJacks continue their season-ending road trip when they travel to Winnipeg to take on MVP candidate Teddy Allen, the Sea Bears, this Friday. Action from the Canada Life Centre tips off at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And the River Lions start a 2-game Western road to end the season as they take on Tavion Dunmartin and the Saskatoon Mamba from the SaskTel Centre. Wednesday night tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, as we are all set here for the final minute 40 plus until target time. 95-89, BlackJacks lead the River Lions. This was a 27-point lead for Ottawa, doing everything right offensively and defensively. And finally, Niagara got a couple of 3s to drop, and then their intensity on defense picked up as Cleveland here turns into a 15-foot jumper, doesn't go.
Yeah, nice set play. Clean jump. Sometimes you make them, sometimes you don't. Cleveland there with a nice shot.
Tutu orchestrating the offense, gets it to Ahmad. Finding his way inside, the right hand on the other side, uses the rim to shield him, gets it to go for 2 more.
The rim makes it so the shot blocker can't get there. But right now, Ottawa choosing to play with only 1 big on the floor.
Tate, the 3-ball off the mark. Another rebound for Geck. You wanted something from him. You've got it here the last few minutes.
And it's a benefit for Niagara that he's taking care of the ball.
Ahmad wheeling inside, finds Gak once again. He can't get it to hit. You gotta finish those with the right, especially your strong side, but good defense from Isaiah Moore, who comes down with it.
When you're that tall, there is no strong side. Dunk it all.
I love that. Smart inside to Moore, jumper, no good. Gak, another rebound.
But you sense some indecision there? Like you sensed it on the floor. They weren't confident like they were in the first half with their shot attempts.
95-91, 2-2. Probing inside, jumper up and good. We've got a 2-point ball game. Niagara River Lions come all the way back from 27 down to cut it to 2 as we enter into target time score on the next timeout. Dubinsky finds Smart, the leading scorer for Ottawa, going inside, the right hand up and good. That is so tough. I thought he was going to go to the left, switches with the right, uses all kinds of rim, gets it to go. 4-point lead.
That's why he's the player he is. Oh, now, did they get him on a 3-point shot? They were fouling to go put the game into target score time, and one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to foul a shooter. Khalil Ahmad, the veteran, knew it was coming. He gets himself into shooting form. The foul happens, and I think they're going to award him with 3 shots.
Dubinsky way too close there on Khalil Ahmad. Just a huge mistake defensively for Ottawa. Khalil Ahmad, first one up and good. He's got 27 now.
And the call is the correct call. This is where you teach guys to foul ahead of time there. Khalil Ahmad knows the situation, knows that the foul might be coming, and he baited him into it.
Second one up and good. 85% from the line on the season, and he makes all 3 as we head into target score time. First team to get +9 on the leading team score, which would be 106 here. We'll have more CEBL basketball. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama,
that anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time.
He is cooking.
All right, welcome back to the Meridian Centre. I'll tell you, Joe, I didn't see this coming when it was a 27-point lead for Ottawa, but it's now 1 as we enter into target time score. First team to 106 wins it, and you got to ride your horses here. Javonte Smart's got 30, Khalil Ahmad's got 29.
So the first half goes to Ottawa, most of the second half goes to Niagara, and then you got target score time.
Where would you rather be on a Sunday afternoon watching CEBL basketball in the summer? Matthew Cleveland's got 19, gets called for, they're going to call a foul on the floor. You're going to say on the floor, or is he going to be shooting? You're going to say on the floor there. I thought Cleveland had gathered. That's a big break for Niagara.
Yeah, and Cleveland has been taking it to the rim every time he touches the ball.
Nathan Kyle with his 4th. Cleveland Was open for a split second inside, but they get it to Smart. Gets a screen from Cleveland, who finds Kobe Elvis for three. He can't hit. Kyle, the rebound.
All of a sudden, the rim that was so big early gets a little bit smaller in the tight situations. But Shooter still got to shoot.
Ahmad with 29 in this game. Tutu was big defensively.
Oh, tip. There was a tip on that. Cleveland got it.
Kennedy's three off the mark. Elvis to Smart. Moore steps into a three. Looked like he hesitated just a little bit, or his feet weren't quite set, but he still makes it, Joe.
Yeah, I think the difference between that shot and the shot earlier that he hesitated, his feet weren't ready, but he took the time to get them set.
196. Another foul, this one against Kobe Elvis. It's going to be side out of bounds here for Niagara.
So how about Niagara here? They reward Tutu with target score time, and he's playing right now over Vinales. This is where they need some offense. So Tutu has earned it, and they left him out there.
8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Munis Tutu. Kayo's got all kinds of space. Can't hit the three. Moore, another rebound. Isaiah Moore, his 8th rebound of the game. Kobe Elvis. No rush here as he gets a screen from Cleveland. Who gets it? Driving inside, he can't get it to go. Good rebound from Keontae Kennedy.
And the difference there was Kennedy showed some help.
Khalil Ahmad, long range three, can't hit. Another offensive rebound on another long shot as Kennedy inside. Off the rim and in, Keontae Kennedy.
Kennedy did feel the three, and he goes and he pulls up for an easy two.
Cleveland inside again. Off the mark, wanted a foul call, didn't get it.
Early in the first half, Cleveland had that opportunity. He didn't try to look for the foul, he just looked for the score.
Kennedy trying to go down low to Gak, and he can't do it. Tutu's three off the mark. Gak battling inside, gets another possession. Right hand up and good. Gorjak, Gak, all kinds of work down low.
The hardest ball to rebound is an air ball. And Gak puts his hand on it and stays tall.
All tied up at 100. Crowd on their feet. Elvis blocked inside Tutu. That's why he's in the game, the defense. And he gets it on the run now in transition for Niagara. All the way to the cup. Nunes, Tutu. 102-100. Niagara up by 2.
So we said Tutu's on the floor in target score. What does he do? He comes with a rear contest, blocks the shot, changes the shot, and then gets off on offense for the score. Who says there isn't basketball gods?
27-point lead for Ottawa in that third quarter before the Niagara River Lions turned it around. And boy, have they ever. Up by 2, first team to 106. What a game here on a Sunday afternoon in St. Catharines. Playoff implications, both teams 9-12 on the season. Both teams have lost 2 straight. Both teams need a win in the worst way.
So even though the score is 102-100, it's a game of possessions. And Ottawa is 2 possessions away from winning it at 106. And Niagara 2 possessions away to winning at 2. But both teams at 2 possessions. But Ottawa has the ball. So this possession defensively is as important offensively. If you are Niagara, what you can't afford is to give up a 3.
It's got to go to Javonte Smart here, but Cleveland's been good as well.
They've been very good out of after timeout plays.
What I liked before that last defensive possession was Kimball McKenzie was urging the crowd to get on their feet in the middle of the defensive possession. The head coach firing up the fans.
Hey, if Kimball could sub Kimball in right now, he might.
All right, 102-100. Javonte Smart gets a screen from Moore. Working on Gak, who's been outstanding here in this fourth quarter. Cleveland inside, the kick out. Kobe Elvis can't hit another one. Khalil Ahmad, another rebound. You love it when the guards come down to rebound.
And Niagara did a good job. They forced Ottawa into their third option.
Gack with it. Gets it to Ahmad. Tate bites on a fake three-pointer. Back of the backboard. It's going to be Ottawa basketball. They're biting on a lot of shot fakes here all game long, Ottawa is.
And the key part is right now, it's still a two-possession game. Next foul on Ottawa puts Niagara in the penalty. So if you're Niagara, use the free throw line.
Javonte Smart gets a screen for Moore. Passes. Ball's picked off by Keontae Kennedy. Throwing it down in transition. 4-point lead. Cleveland now trying to throw it down. And one, Matthew Cleveland.
Wow. I thought Tutu in the first, earlier in the third quarter got called on that, but I thought maybe that time he got there. Let's see Cleveland with the great fake and the great take.
104-102, timeout on the floor for Niagara. Oh, looks like he was way outside the restricted area, but did he get there in time?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
There is no review on those plays in the CEBL. But Tutu did a nice job of getting there in Cleveland. Again, he went to score. He didn't look to get fouled, and he got the finish.
On the other side, Keontae Kennedy, great steal, great finish, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He has really picked it up here in this second half.
Yeah, a two-way player. You know, when you're trying to steal the ball, when someone's going full speed, it's tough. I always refer to it as, you know, the pickpocket. If you're standing still, I got a better chance of getting it. And what happened was Javonte Smart was messing around with the half-court line, and Kennedy got a hand on it.
So Matthew Cleveland, after this timeout, will step to the free throw line for one. He is 83% from the free throw stripe on the season. He's got 21 points in the game coming off the bench.
So, Randy, let me tell you what's going on in some of these huddles. If you're Niagara right now, if it's a 3-point game, you're going to run your offensive play, your best play to score and win the game. But if you don't, you're going to probably foul so you can't get beat on a 3. If you're Ottawa, it's all about makes and stops.
Cleveland can't hit. 2 more for the win for Niagara to come back from 27 down. Tutu in the game. He's been instrumental defensively. Kyle going for the game winner. He's cut off on the baseline. It's going to be Ottawa basketball.
Yeah, Nathan Kyle there had advantage, and all of a sudden, little indecision. Again, 2 possession for Ottawa.
Niagara urging their players not to foul. Pass almost picked off. Tate, 3, tough shot. Doesn't go inside. We've got an offensive foul on Tate. The kick out with the legs. Is that what I'm seeing here,
yes.
Joe?
So you saw the foul being contest. Tate there on the offense kicks out his legs to draw the contact. And the official, this is a big call because sometimes they're doing it to bait the official in that situation. So he gets caught with the leg out. The fouls cause the contact. Big time call. And
Tate still doesn't like it, having a conversation with the official.
But again, risk reward. You take that gamble on that situation. So right now they're discussing.
Here,
they're discussing if he's shooting 2 on this here,
right?
Because it's the penalty, and because he kicked it out, so he does get the 2 on this.
So 2 free throws to win the game.
Now the ruling on that could be the fact that you kick out after the ball shot. So it's a loose ball foul possible.
Khalil Ahmad. He is 8 for 8 from the free throw line so far in this game. First one up and good. Ice water in his veins. 85% on the season. One more to win. And he does it. Khalil Ahmad seals it at the free throw line. The Niagara River Lions come all the way back from 27 down in the third quarter, and they win 106-102. Huge game in the standings, Joe. Big time effort, especially in that second half.
How about fan appreciation night? The fans stuck around, they supported this team, they're back-to-back champs, and it's because of what the support that they get locally. Great win, great fortitude, great game.
D said he had started his car already 20 minutes ago. Well, I was already on the QEW in the third quarter when this thing turned around. Keontae Kennedy, I thought, was huge, making a couple of threes there in that third quarter.
Yeah, you know what? Credit to him. He stepped up, right? He looked at the sheet. Him and Elijah Lufili are two guys that kick-started it, but the Lion King. He's the man. He's the guy that gets it done. The game's never in doubt if he's on the court.
What a win for Niagara. 10-12 on the season as they huddle up at center court. They inch ever so close to a playoff spot. 106-102. Khalil Ahmad, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists as they acknowledge the fans who are still standing. Nobody is left here, Joe.
And this is the newly engaged Khalil Ahmad, a new improved Khalil Ahmad. Yeah, nobody's left. People have appreciated, and you got to. A team completely turned it around.
Well, I just love the coach also sticking with Gak, sticking with Tutu. But for right now, D is joined by our player of the game, presented by Booster Juice. He's got Khalil Ahmad. D, take it away.
Khalil, where do I even begin? You're down as much as 27 points in that third quarter. What was said? What was the turning point? How did we get here?
We just said it's not over till it's over. If we play how we can play, we can get ourselves back into it, and then it's a game. We got ourselves back into it, and then we made it a game.
This had all the makings of a playoff atmosphere type of game, considering the stakes, the fact that you went 0-3 against Ottawa. How great was it to do it in front of these home crowd fans?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, last home game, got family here. It was a big day, a big 12 hours for me. I proposed to my girlfriend the other day. So, you know, cap it off with a win. Can't make anything better than that. Can't get better than that.
I can only assume she said yes, right? Congratulations. Last question. You've got 2 more games here. What will be essential? What will be key for you moving forward here to finish this off and get into the playoffs?
Defensive intensity. It's all about defensive intensity and rebounding. If we can do that, we have all the power in the world on offense. We just got to take care of on defense.
All right, well, I'll let you guys scuba off, all right? Congratulations once again on the win, and we're going to toss it over to commercial break. You're watching on CBL Plus, YouTube, and CBC.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
RedTag.ca.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre. 106-102. The Niagara River Lions beat the Ottawa BlackJacks. Randy Urban alongside Joe Razzo. And Joe, all I can say is what happened? It was a 27-point lead for Ottawa, and Niagara comes all the way back. How'd they do it?
I think they stole a little bit of Ottawa's recipe. They came out here and they played harder. And in the CEBL, the team that plays the hardest when there's parity is the team that wins, I think. And so what they did a nice job of is they matched the intensity that Ottawa had early, and then put Ottawa in a situation where you're playing not to lose. And all of a sudden it changes the tempo, and old man momentum found its way behind the River Lions. And then Gak, Lufili, Tutu, they all stepped up and left their fingerprints all over this game.
Gorjak Gak got a lot of minutes, especially in that fourth quarter, and you wanted something from him, and he delivered absolutely. He kept a lot of possessions alive. He ended up with 10 points and 7 rebounds. That's the best game he's had as a Niagara River Lion.
And they needed him,
yeah.
And he brought something they don't have. But, they gutted it out on the defensive side.
Yeah.
They gutted it out on the defensive side. They started putting pressure on the basketball, but that's how you win. And boy, only in the CBL this type of stuff happens.
Well, it's amazing that they went with Gak and Tutu down the stretch because they're not necessarily known for their scoring, especially in that target time. You need to score. So it's great that the coach would, have that kind of confidence in them.
Yeah, as long as you got the Lion King, you got to make sure you fill the cast around him.
Khalil Ahmad, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. All right, CEBL action returns on Tuesday with the final game from the Verdun Auditorium as the Alliance look to continue their playoff push when they welcome Tevin Brown and the Vancouver Bandits to town. Tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Catch all the CEBL action on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube. All right, 106-102 is your final. Niagara River Lions come all the way back. They move to 10-12 on the season. A come-from-behind win, 27 down to do it, 106-102. A big-time performance for all involved. For producer Luca, sideline reporter D, my co-host Joe Razzo beside me, I'm Randy Urban saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run with your pep talk time for some action.